Hello again. This is going to be the tour of the Blue Flower Kingdom. Basically, take two. The first video I did was 45 minutes long, and I decided that was trying to upload that on my phone was going to take a really long time, so I decided I'll do a shorter little bits. First, I'll go over what I was talking about, how these towers are pretty close to the main tower. I wanted it to, the castle to be big, but I didn't think of the wall until I was done building the castle. Like I was talking about before, the idea of pre-planning, starting with the wall and then putting the castle in. I was surprised with the amount of buildings I was actually able to put inside the walls. I thought I'd only be able to fit 5 or 6, but I have several. As I go through, I'll show different little bits here and there. But I'll start with the castle first. I built it rather plain in the beginning, and then as I completed it, I went through and added these other blocks on the outside so it was more defined. I have a 4-door entrance leading to the main room. There's towers that can be accessed from the bottom main floor, and the towers in the back can only be accessed on the second. Here's the king's throne with lapis lazuli, blue candles. I'm using brewing stands as candle holders, and also have white marble and blue lapis lazuli checkerboard pattern for the carpet. Each tower is connected, top and bottom. Well, not bottom, but midway to the top. As you can see, you can access each tower. I have an underground area. This here is the kitchen cooking area. I have 8 fireplaces for like cooking, like a pork or cow. Storage area, a slaughter area. I used music blocks because they kind of look like a mesh. I have a path that leads to the back, wide enough that you could actually lead an animal over this way. I have a dungeon area. Small rooms, it's pretty dark. Only have one candle to kind of light it up. Well, 2 candles, but the more candles you have grouped together, the more light it gives off. I have these lights inset into the wall, so when you're walking through, you don't bump into them and get stuck. Most of the castle is built by a mossy block, so I wasn't able to just spawn that in. I had to set each of those blocks bit by bit. Over here is it's kind of like a dome. I didn't want it just flat, so I built this up and put lights in so monsters, when it spawn in, it's currently on peaceful, so no monster mobs will spawn. I have 2 different sets of stairs. This one only leads so far up, and this one leads all the way up to the top. Each has an opening. This is where like the office rooms are. Not too furnished, just some tables. Little storage room. Once again, I built up the stairs. For some reason, I had forgotten to furnish these rooms. All of these are empty and don't even have carpet. I probably just passed by, just going up the stairs. These are the guest rooms, where the more colorful windows are. They each have 2 beds, a table, 4 chairs, and a bookshelf. Of course, carpet laid out in kind of a pattern. The main walkway being blue. You have another stairway that leads farther up to the king's room. I made a nice pattern with the white and blue carpet. I had set the bookshelves and the lapis lazuli in the beds before I even did the carpeting, but I was still able to, get a very even pattern. Make it look like if you had moved everything, that it would just, match up. You can see how high up we are. I went with this kind of spiral style staircase. I made it as tight as I possibly could. I could have made it a little bit tighter, but I wanted it to be more of a spiral. Each of these towers have a different style of stairs. They lead further up. I'll show you that here in a sec. I'll show you that now. Since we're in the back, all you can see is more wall. But like I said, further up top, there's a pathway. There's another pathway that also connects them. Each one is different to confuse the enemy, like how they would do in an actual castle. Not every tower would be the same. So that way, if enemies knew the layout of one tower and they got into another tower, they wouldn't automatically know the layout of the next one, even though they're all part of the same building. Kind of cramped, but that was actually intentional. Once again, you know, in the event of an attack, it would be much more difficult for the enemy to get their way around here, unless if you really know the area by heart. I have lights. I probably mentioned this, but in case I didn't, I have lights in these areas because it was dark, and when I didn't have it on peaceful, spider mobs kept spawning in, and you'd hear them crawling around. That's pretty much the tour of the castle itself. There's some other little stuff, but I'll put that in another video as I show more. But that's pretty much it of the castle. I like how it looks. And all the blue flowers, and I'll show you the stables and all that. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.